I was secretly earning $400,000 a year when my husband asked for a divorce. He said he didn't want a wife who doesn't work. For 6 years, I'd been building a freelance consulting business from our home office while he climbed the corporate ladder. He made $87,000 as a mid-level manager and constantly complained about being the sole breadwinner. When he got promoted, he'd come home and lecture me about ambition and financial responsibility. Meanwhile, I was billing Fortune 500 companies for strategy work under my LLC. Why the secret? Because early in our marriage, I'd shown him my first client contract for $15,000. He'd laughed. "That's cute, a little hobby." Then he'd explained how real careers work with bosses and offices and 401ks, so I stopped mentioning it. By year 3, I was earning more than him. I paid off my student loans, maxed out my retirement accounts, and started investing. I kept our joint account stocked with my allowance from his paycheck, while my business income piled up separately. When he bought himself a BMW to celebrate his promotion, I said nothing. When he splurged on golf club memberships and expensive watches, I smiled supportively. The complaints intensified. His friends' wives were doctors and lawyers. What did he tell people I did all day? I suggested getting a job just to avoid the arguments. He insisted I stay home. "Someone needs to be here for when we have kids," he'd say. We'd been trying for 2 years. Or rather, he thought we were trying. I'd been on birth control the entire time. Then came the divorce conversation. He'd met someone at work, ambitious, driven, someone who understood what it meant to contribute. "I need a partner, not a dependent," he explained, as if doing me a favor by being honest. His lawyer sent the initial papers. He wanted the house because he'd paid the mortgage. He wanted alimony because I had no income or prospects. He wanted to keep his retirement account since they were earned through his career. I waited until our first mediation session. His lawyer laid out their demands while he sat there looking charitable, willing to give me 18 months to get on my feet. My lawyer slid a folder across the table, 6 years of business tax returns, client contracts, bank statements. The room went silent as they processed the numbers. "My client has been the primary earner for the majority of this marriage," my lawyer said calmly. His face went through several shades of red. "That's impossible. She doesn't work. She's home all day." I finally spoke up. "I work from home, in the office you thought was my craft room." His lawyer requested a recess. When they returned, the demands had shifted dramatically. Now he wanted half my business assets, 50% of my retirement account. My lawyer pulled out another document, time-stamped emails I'd sent him over the years about my clients and projects, all showing his consistent dismissal and mockery. Documentation of his insistence I not pursue outside employment. Screenshots of text messages where he'd bragged to friends about supporting his wife. The mediator asked if I'd deliberately hidden my income. "No," I said. I told him about it. He just didn't believe it was real work. I pulled out the contract I'd shown him 6 years ago, still in my files, the one he'd called cute. I stopped trying to convince him after that. His lawyer tried a different angle. He'd provided emotional support and partnership that enabled my success. My lawyer mentioned the BMW, the golf membership, the watch collection, all purchased with his money, while I'd quietly paid for groceries, utilities, and household expenses from my earnings. We settled last week. He got his car and his retirement account. I kept my business, my investments, and the house I'd actually been paying for. No alimony either direction. His new girlfriend is a corporate attorney. I heard through mutual friends that she was impressed by his ambition. At their first dinner party as a couple, someone asked what his ex-wife did. He said I didn't work. One of the guests mentioned seeing my company featured in Forbes last month. The party apparently got awkward after that. I'm dating now. A guy who asked about my career on our first date and actually listened to the answer. When I told him this story, he didn't laugh or act shocked. He just said, his loss. Yesterday, my ex called. He'd been let go from his job, corporate restructuring. He asked if my company was hiring. I told him I'd keep him in mind if anything entry-level opened up.